Soacha, on the outskirts of Bogotá, is now home to 35,000 displaced people. They arrive empty-handed, often with families in tow, fleeing the fighting that has torn Colombia apart for almost 50 years. Threats to villagers are frequent and taken seriously.
Nobody says you have to go here or there, but someone will arrive and say, you have to leave here. We'll give you 2 or 3 hours to get out, because if we get back and find you here, we'll kill you.
Some 600,000 people have died in the conflict, and the Colombian government says 3.7 million have been displaced, although some NGOs put the figure at more than 5 million. They're mainly civilians caught in the crossfire of a complex civil war involving left-wing guerrillas, right-wing paramilitary groups, drug traffickers and security forces. Many still cannot return to their home villages for fear of reprisals.
Displacement can't be cured. I don't think there's a psychological remedy for this, because it sticks in your mind your whole life, until the day you die.
The displaced say they're discriminated against and complain the government won't recognise their refugee status.
You run from place to place, find somewhere where you can stay and try to move forward. But then the government, the state, shuts the door in your face.
Most of the displaced were once farmers, and the Colombian government last year approved a law offering compensation to those who have lost their land. The refugees, however, say this is simply a pretext for the state to definitively appropriate land that is rightfully theirs, and the money offered isn't enough to start a new life.
I don't want there to be any more victims like me. I've got 3 children and I'm alone. I had a family and now I have nothing. I had a home, I had everything, and now I have nothing.
Colombia's conflict began in 1964 as a peasant uprising calling for land reform. 5 decades on, and it's still land and the people who have been dispossessed that's one of the most contentious issues as FARC rebels and the government sit down for peace talks in Cuba.